Welcome in episode 2 of So What Next Pitch. I am Dello here with my co-host Boots and Carl. It is Tuesday, July 28th, and we are pumped to be back with you guys. We just want to say thank you to everybody who listened to episode 1, who sent us feedback, who listened. We're excited to kind of make this a fun show to tune into every week, and we're going to kind of figure it out on the fly and do our best. And you can find us at obviously So What Next Pitch on YouTube and Spotify. Throw us a follow, throw us a like, subscribe to the show. And on socials, you'll find our clips going out. All the socials are at SWNP show. That's X, TikTok, Instagram. You'll find it all there. So we appreciate you guys for listening, and we're excited for episode 2.
Dello, it's Curtis Mead time, right? We got to break. You got to start with that. That was our fella.
That was Carl. Who would you say? Hoomst last episode.
Hoomst.
That was our Hoomst, and then he gets traded. So that I thought we were going to talk about, and then he breaks his wrist.
I mean,
second at bat, he breaks his wrist.
That's brutal luck for the Red Sox. Brutal luck for the Red Sox, and it wasn't cheap. Clearly, it's already, we know it's a seller's market, right? Like Connolly Early is not cheap for Curtis Mead, who I know is having a good year, but Connolly Early is good. Really
and
good.
Under control for a long time.
Really long time. I mean, we said it, right? We said the Nats needed to go get pitching, and a day or so after the episode aired, they went out and they got Connolly Early. It was a good move, and obviously even better in hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is his elbow. He's out with his elbow. They said it's not structural, there's not whatever, but that's enough to give you pause. But I mean, you got a starting pitcher. I was smacking the Luis Castillo sign, but I guess we're going the Connolly Early sign, which is a way better one to smack.
I mean, listen, if we're smacking anybody, we might as well be smacking a little Connolly Early. The guy's got some nice flow going on. I mean, you can't hate on it.
No,
you gotta, hearts out to Curtis Mead. That really sucks. Having a career year, 25, finally coming out party, going to a team that, is contending, and looks like he's going to be missing a big chunk of it. That sucks.
It really sucks big time. And I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Our guy, the magician, the wizard, is Merlin Valdez, who we talked about all episode. On episode 1 last night, takes a 91-mile-per-hour fastball to the wrist, another one, ricocheted off the hand. Twitter was absolutely melting down, came out of the game wincing in pain. The trainer looked like he couldn't even touch it. Pirates end up walking off, and then they have no update after the game. They say they're sending him for further imaging Tuesday morning. Twitter melts down again. Everybody's saying done for the year, it's over. Mm-hmm. And guess who is back in the cleanup spot tonight for the Pirates? The magician lives.
Also, how much do you think it's hilarious to picture what your Twitter algorithm is? It's just as Merlin Valdez nonstop.
That's all it is.
And
so
Josh
good.
Baez.
That's all it is. Last night I was on the latest tab, and I'm just refreshing. I'm sitting there getting ready to go to bed, and I see no update, further imaging on Tuesday, and I just threw my phone through the wall. But we're so back. We are so back. He's back in the lineup, and he's ready to hit more nukes.
When we got that text from you, I was dying. I was just like, are you out of your mind? Not only is it just for the pod, but then for the fantasy team, person number 500 who's hurt this year.
Yeah, I think we have had something like 25 IL stints, which is actually not even an exaggeration. It's been an insane year. So that's why I thought when I saw that, I was like, he's done, because this is just how the year is going for everybody pretty much.
Yeah.
I want to have whatever he was shot up with last night, because that's clearly working.
Yeah, back in the lineup today. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought for sure it was going to be at least a day-to-day situation, let it calm down, see, like maybe get more imaging, because sometimes they say if there's inflammation, you can't really tell, especially if it's like a small fracture or something. So just, I mean, it's a good day. It's a good day. It's a great day. The magician, he's back.
He survives.
He's back. The magic man.
Back at his tower.
All right, so we got a good show. We're doing trade deadline preview stuff. We're going to talk about some trades that we want to see and get into that whole thing, so we might as well kick it off. I will start because I have some things to say about the New York Yankees. if you couldn't tell from listening to episode 1, that is my team, unfortunately. And that's why I text everybody every day, you don't hate this team enough, because they're just impossible franchise to root for. And it only gets worse now because Cody Bellinger, grade 2 hamstring, he's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Perfect.
So now, heading into the deadline, you have a little bit of a catch-22 here if you're the Yankees, because the people that were supposed to be the pieces that you were going to trade away, the Dominguez, the Spencer Jones of the world, like, you kind of need these guys to be playing. And not only that, you could even add in Volpe on top of that. But these guys, their trade value is arguably at the lowest it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the Yankees front office, what are you doing here? Because you have so many holes. Like, we could obviously use a better shortstop. We need to make a move for a catcher if you're going to be serious. And we need bullpen help. But the problem is, right, like, the guys that were going to get you those pieces now have to play for you.
Yeah, I don't really know the direction they're going to go is they're going to buy. We know that. It's just how aggressively. A guy that I don't understand why he's getting no talk and no play about coming up and playing for them is Marco Luciano, right? He was a huge prospect for the Giants. He comes over to the Yankees. I looked him up this morning. 17 homers, 47 RBIs, hitting 300, OBP of 390. And never even gets talked about of, hey, let's give this guy some run. Plays corner outfield. We'll either trade him or bring him up.
Can I tell you why we won't do either of those things?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Clint Frazier, Miguel Andujar, Gary Sanchez, Jesus Montero, Esteban Florio, Oswald Peraza. I mean, we don't know how to handle young players, and we just ruin them. Mm-hmm. And so not only do we never give them a chance to actually develop and become something, but then we also just screw them up by sending them up and down and not giving. It's a jerk fest over here.
A huge jerk fest.
And that results in you're never going to get the player that you think you have, but you're also going to kill their trade value. And it happens every single year. And it's like, at what point do you either buy into the guy and let him get some run and like uninterrupted run in like one part in the lineup, one part in the field, like let the guy go work out the kinks a little bit. Like no one is going to come in and just be great. Let him go have a little bit of time, get a little burn. Or do you let him mash in the minors and then trade him when he's hot as hell? Like, we should have been, if we were going to do this to Spencer Jones, you should have traded him last year when he was hitting 40 bombs in the minors.
100%. I'm looking forward to who becomes this generation's trade Miguel Andujar and Clint Frazier for Jose Ramirez, or insert every single big name and be like, hey, why don't we trade these two, which was never going to be a legitimate option.
I mean, obviously you have George Lombard down there. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, how far away do you think Lombard is? Do you think he's another season or half a season away, like a next year potentially? Give him some run next year, like, because what you're doing at shortstop right now is not working. What you're doing at catcher is not working. Like, when is the timetable for him? I know he's very young.
I mean, he's 21 and he is over 400 OBP in the minors and in AAA now. So if it was okay to bring Volpe up that fast, why wouldn't you give Lombard a shot? And I guess the question becomes, you don't want to bring him up and down, and you want to have him play every day, right?
Well, they want to bring him up and down, and they want to ruin him. So that's probably what they'll do. That's probably what they'll do. But
he's either up or he stays down. It's one or the other.
No, but that's what it should be.
Yeah, huge difference.
I think that there was. Who knows? It depends on what they do at the break, but that you could see him at the end of this year, possibly. If it's not this year, it's next year, unless we trade him.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't get much worse at short. We were just watching the game Sunday night together, Del. I mean, the ball that Volpe threw up the line, it was just, he had nothing but time, and he tried to make the play too quick. It's just like almost like the clock in his brain, like the baseball clock that you have, like, hey, I have this much time. This guy's X fast. You know, every player has that. That's an infielder. He just has no sense of it. It's like he's so lost at sea out there.
Yeah, it's been bad. And I mean, you obviously have two big options on the market. I guess three. Honestly, maybe none of them are realistic, but you have Lindor, you have Neto, and you have Abrams. I don't know if any of those are actually players who are going to get moved. And I also don't even know if the Yankees have what it takes to acquire any of those guys. But is your opinion that the Yankees are in more need at short or more need at catcher? I mean, obviously the stats say they're in more need at catcher, right?
Yeah.
But what if you could get, let's just say Hunter Goodman is on the table, which from what I've been reading, the Rockies might not want to deal him. But let's just say Hunter Goodman's on the table. He's the best catcher on the market right now. Or a Neto or an Abrams is on the table. And it's going to take roughly the same prospects.
I mean,
I take the catcher.
Do you?
You take the catcher. Wow.
You put Caballero at short and make it work. You know,
but he's been bad too.
Yeah, but he's better than Volpe, and at least you'll get good defense.
Well, Goodman's defense is not as good as his offense. His offense is definitely better.
And I also need the offense.
We 100% do, but I also think that Abrams is probably a better player. So if it's going to take roughly the same prospects, you go and get Abrams. It's probably Abrams, Goodman, Neto.
I think if you're talking about, go ahead, Carl.
I was just going to say I'm not totally convinced that CJ Abrams, like, you need to give them your firstborn child to get him. Like, to me, the Nats are actually competing, right? So,
100%.
So I don't buy this CJ Abrams. They don't want to trade him, but he's potentially available for the right deal. I mean, the problem is the Nats will never pay him what he wants. So his trade value will never get higher than now. So I guess that's why. But I just it's such a high cost.
But I guess I know we say the Nats will never pay him, but I guess the thing is, aren't the Nats closer to competing for a World Series than they are from being a bad team?
Correct.
Like they're two moves away from really, really competing. Right?
Yeah, so you shouldn't trade Abrams then.
Correct. That's why I'm saying, like, I think that's completely overblown that he's even on the market.
I agree.
I think that he is not actually on the market, but it's kind of like a media thing. And it's also, hey, if you're going to come in and give us your top 15 prospects, then he's on the market. You know what I mean?
One thing
I don't think
it's serious.
No one will ever do that, though.
The one thing I did see this week that is pretty awesome is the top 3 in OPS in NL was all part of the Soto trade. Soto, James Wood, and CJ Abrams, which is
that's crazy.
Cool.
That's very cool.
That is actually crazy. Back to the catcher thing for a second. If Goodman is on the table, I'm going to say this right now on the show. If Goodman is on the table and the Yankees can't get him and the Red Sox get him, the Yankees are not making the playoffs.
Oh, I mean, Judge isn't coming back anytime soon, right? There's no timetable on him. So
no, there's no timetable on him. And now you're losing Bellinger 4 to 6 weeks. If you let Goodman go to the Red Sox, you will not make the playoffs.
Let's see. They are 4.5 up on the Red Sox. I don't hate that take at all, man.
How many games do they have left against the Red Sox head-to-head?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think they have like 55 games overall head-to-head. Somebody fill some space. I'll figure that out.
The one backup real quick to Goodman, let's just say the Rockies are going to keep him because I think it's probably 50-50 they do right now. If you can't get Goodman, go get a guy like Ryan Jeffers.
Yep. He can fill in. He's got pop. He does damage. Something you don't have in the lineup. And he gets on base. And you don't have.
I also do wonder like how much he will cost. I mean, I think it's such a seller's market that you're going to see some teams get some really, really good pieces back for guys that you're like, wait, that guy just got that haul in return. Like I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that. So I'm hoping that, at least for the Yankees' sake, I'm hoping that it's for guys that are actually stars and like legitimate players. Cause like it would kind of suck to see, oh, you get Ryan Jeffers, but you're giving up. I mean, not that they're the best things ever, but like guys like Spencer Jones or Dominguez or somebody who you would think in previous years would have fetched a better talent.
Yeah, I'm going to do some schedule ranting here for a second. They only play the Red Sox 4 more times the rest of the year, which seems strange. And they don't play them at all in September. That is the biggest miss.
That's terrible.
I don't understand that. And then not only that, they don't play the Reds. There's no Yankees Red Sox in September. And then the Yankees play the Padres, the Rockies, and the Diamondbacks all in September. That's weird scheduling. No?
Definitely.
Yeah, MLB doesn't do a good job marketing its players, and certainly doesn't do a good job of making the schedules and or making it accessible to watch your teams.
Well, we were talking about the NL East in the group chat the other day, and we said the Braves and the Phillies play 7 times in 9 days starting September 4th, which is going to be electric.
Awesome.
It's
That's
like
awesome. That's the division.
Why don't you do that for these other divisions that you have to assume?
I don't understand that. No, 0 in September. That doesn't make any sense.
That's terrible. Well, anyway, that's my take on the pod. Last thing about the Yankees, if you're gonna try to be serious and you're not gonna add any big bats because the cost is too high, go out and get a guy like Luke Weaver. I know he was terrible. I know he was terrible.
Him at 25.
Yeah, hated him. But he's having like a career year for the Mets right now. He knows how to pitch in New York. I think if you're going to try to win with a dog shit offense, then pick up some relievers, hope that your starters get healthy, and just try to win like 2-1 games, 3-0 games, and try to bolster that back end of the bullpen and try to make a run that way, because you either have to me, the offense is, especially without Bellinger and when you don't know when Judge is going to be back, the offense is too far away from being elite. So you might as well go after the pitching. Like, even if you add a guy like Hunter Goodman, that's huge and will help a lot. But I don't know that's not taking this lineup and making it elite.
Yeah. To me, though, it's like, like you said, especially with Bellinger out, I don't understand what just adding pitching does. Like, you need to do something on the offensive side. Mm-hmm. You can't have no Bellinger, no Judge, and run out the same catcher shortstop production you've been having and do nothing on that.
But you can.
You can.
And God forbid, if Ben Rice slows down, the Yankees are out at sea without a paddle.
Well, he's the man.
They will not score any runs without Ben Rice.
You think a Ben fried this Rice?
You think a Max freed this Ben?
It would be interesting to see Luke go back, and the Mets are obviously selling, so I like that if they can get him at a reasonable price, but you have to address the bat, and then maybe find something internally. To Boots' point, bring someone up. You need to solidify the middle of the infield,
and then bring him back up again.
That's right.
But tell us that they're doing the right things, and this is the next coming of Christ.
Yes.
Well, what we're going to do, I'll tell you now, what we're going to do is trade for nobody, and then Cashman will get interviewed and say, well, our trades are getting Bellinger and Judge and Stanton back off the IL, and then Stanton won't ever come back off the IL. We'll be out of the race by the time Bellinger comes back, and Judge will say, well, I'm just going to get healthy for next year, and then we'll end up having nobody, and we'll miss the playoffs.
Probably pretty fair. This is too much Yankees. This is not an all Yankees pod.
I know, but for me, when we were talking about trades we want to see, those are the trades that I want to see. So let's go to somebody else. Carl, tell us who you want to see.
I want to see Skubal moved. I think he's saying the right thing, saying, yeah, I think we could win here in Detroit. I want to see him go to the Rays or the Braves or the Phillies. I think the most realistic candidates, I hate to say the Dodgers, but they're going to go make any move they possibly can to solidify their pen. And they'd probably even pay him. I mean, their starting rotation, they'll probably even pay him. But I think the Rays or the Phillies make a ton of sense. I don't know what the Braves have in the minor league system right now to bolster that staff, but they're definitely in need of a guy like Skubal. I think that might put them over the top. We'll see.
Who's your guess?
I mean, I'm going to say that it's probably going to be the Phillies.
Wow.
I think it's going to be the Phils. It's going to be, I think it's going to be the Phils or he stays. How about that?
That's Phils or he stays. No, you got to do that. I like that, throwing your name out on just one. Yeah, I'm in.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of places you could go, but we'll see. I have no idea with him as a rental what people are willing to pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I do think that they missed their window last year, but they were insanely good last year. So there was, why would you ever trade him?
Yeah.
I don't, just lock him up. Just lock him up and be good.
Who? Tigers?
Skubal. Yeah, just lock him up. I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little weird too that he kind of, I mean, you remember all the arbitration stuff in the offseason? What did they were like, we want to give this guy $5 million.
Yeah.
And he's like the back-to-back Cy Young. So it's weird to me that he's like, I want to stay here. I'm like dedicating myself to the city, when there has to be a little bit of weirdness between him and the front office from that, unless he's like the chillest, coolest guy ever and he just really doesn't care. But I do wonder if him saying, oh, I want to stay here, I want to make this team a winner, if that's just lip service to kind of
It is.
give back to the fans a little bit and like just not shit on them.
If I came up through your system, back-to-back Cy Youngs, I've done everything I can to help this team win, and then you're not willing to pay me, I would have a problem with that, personally.
Yeah. It's a business, but I it is
a business, but I'm the best thing you've had since Verlander.
If the Rays get him, are they auto AL East champs?
I already took the Rays in a future to win the World Series because I think the Rays are trading for Skubal.
Whoa, Boots, you got to lead with that kid.
I know. Well, I figured I'd wait until we got to Skubal talk.
What did you get him at?
That is a good question. I got to look that up. I think it was in like the mid-teens.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's where you think.
I do think he's going to the Rays. I think it's going to be because this is the perfect Rays trade. If you think about it, they never give up a ton of guys. They're not going to be on the hook for a ton of money. It's a pure rental. So they might just be able to say, hey, we'll give you a couple mid-level prospects as opposed to giving up the huge guy. And they don't have to worry about paying him, and they're not going to pay him, and he won't be a Ray next year, but it won't matter.
It's a perfect trade.
It is. It's just will they give enough? And that's always the issue with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think to Boots' point, being that it's a rental, I think you can get away with giving just enough without feeling like you're overpaying or feeling like you're starting over if you're the Rays and their farm system. Their farm system is good, too.
Yeah. The trade I want to see, it's pure... As a guy who never threw hard ever in his entire life, it's pure velo porn. I want Mason Miller to the Brewers. I want to see a playoff game in October that goes Miz for 7 innings, throwing 105, to Mason Miller straight in the 8th, 2 innings, 105. Just velo the entire day, 104 plus. I saw a stat today that was there have been 212 pitches thrown this year, 105 miles an hour or faster. 210 are Miz and 2 are Mason Miller, and that's all she wrote. That's the lead.
210.
You got to throw on your VPN, velo porn now if you're going to be watching that stuff, especially if you're at work, Boots.
Yeah, and then the fun thing to kind of wrap that back is, what if everyone kind of ragged on AJ Preller for getting rid of Leo DeVries, and then just got Jesus Mate for Mason Miller, and they just went number 2 prospect in baseball for number 1 prospect in baseball, and he was like, I liked him better anyway, and that's just what he says.
AJ Preller just loves the deal. He loves it.
I actually respect the hell out of it. It's a guy who's like, hey, listen, I'll find the next prospects or whatever. I'm trying to win now, and I will give up the farm every year. Don't care.
It's so fun.
It's awesome. If you're a Padres fan, you gotta love it. It may not work out. I understand it, but at least the guy's taking swings every single year.
If you don't do that, you can't beat the Dodgers in that division. So it's you might as well sell out every single year you possibly can when you have a winnable team. A team that can win. You can't beat them.
What are the odds if let's just say they go out and they get Mason Miller? Can they beat the Dodgers?
I hope so. It depends. Is Shohei not pitching, right?
Yeah,
and
true.
is Snell still hurt? And then all of a sudden you're in a 7-game series and there's no Shohei, there's no Snell. Glasnow will break his arms and legs by October, and now you're piecing it together.
Snell, I think, has one more rehab start left. I think he's going to be back next week. He'll probably throw 4 innings and then be out for 3 more months after that, but he is going to be back next week. And then Shohei's still up in the air. I think Shohei will pitch again. I think you'll probably see a few tune-up games in September, and he'll be good to go for the playoffs. But I guess, obviously, you never know. I think even with Mason Miller, the Dodgers are going to be tough team to beat.
And I think with Shohei too, right? They have such a big lead that they can afford to dial him back to make sure he is as healthy as possible for the postseason run.
I think the Brewers should go and get a starter too, but I mean, you only have
Freddie Peralta back.
Yeah,
You could probably get him real cheap. You can get him real cheap right now.
We should have just made this the reunion episode.
Yeah,
but a competing team to just bring somebody back.
They make sense though. They really make sense.
He was fantastic with them, and a change of scenery is probably what he needs because, it's walking into the Mets clubhouse every day has got to be a little abysmal.
Are the Mets trading Lindor?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it would be a dumb move, and I don't know who would want to take on that contract, but I think he's on the worst side of 30 right now, and he's had a couple really good years, but I would worry that this decline we're seeing, he's too Jekyll and Hyde, and I don't know if he's he's not young enough for the risk for me, and I would not sell the house on him.
You guys are insanely negative today on everyone. Are we forgetting Lindor's just has been hurt this year? There's no he's been a 6 WAR player for a decade.
Yeah, he's great. Still,
I think he's just hurt. It's not my money, man.
Well, it's not mine either.
Because then I guess then you just end up with saying, oh yeah, Giancarlo's owed $25 million until the end of time.
Correct. We've been paying Giancarlo to go make his calves look nice in the gym for fucking 7 years.
They do though.
That's why we're paying him the amount of money that we are, because the calves are so nice.
Well, he does show up in the postseason though, where
that is
your
true.
Your king Aaron does not. So
okay. Hey, he's hurt. Leave him alone.
Just
Luis Boots, your boy.
Yeah.
Luis Arraez. Is that how you say his last name, or am I saying that wrong every time I say it?
Luis Arraez? Yeah, it's Luis Arraez. I don't know where he's going to go. I got to think on that, but I did see a Luis Arraez stat that made me laugh so much this morning.
What is it?
He struck out. This one is one that doesn't make sense, and I actually triple checked it and went on, checked his baseball reference, checked a million things. He's 3,600 at-bats in his career. He swung and missed and struck out yesterday. Swung and missed 3 times for the 4th time in his career.
Huh? Can you say that again?
4 at-bats out of 3,600. He has struck out and swung and missed at all 3 strikes.
Oh my God.
4 times. That doesn't make sense.
Joey Gallo has done that in 1 game.
Joey Gallo's doing that watching the pod. Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, Joey. Hey, Joe, come on, kid. We would love to have you.
Where is he going? I mean, you want to talk about someone who would be perfect for the Yankees. He's perfect.
He'd be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we've never had a guy like him.
No.
He would be great for the Yankees. But what's his... Is he a rental?
Rental.
Okay,
which is a thing that doesn't make sense to me.
He only got a 1-year deal?
I think so, yeah. 1 year, $12 million.
Wow.
He's a perennial rental because nobody believes in him.
Yeah, except for me. Come play for me, man.
This pod believes in him.
Yeah.
We're not leaving you out there dried.
I saw his Baseball Savant page today for his fielding. It is...
Yeah, he's elite. Out of nowhere.
His fielding is 98th percentile for range. Out of nowhere. I think it was 3 for the prior years.
Well, that's what people were saying was why he got had to be a rental is he was a positionless, no power. And then it was oh, wait, now he's an elite second baseman. So that kind of came out of nowhere.
Speaking of elite second baseman, Ketel Marte, did you see this? He scrubbed his IG of all D-backs content, unfollowed the team Sunday night.
Ooh, I did not see that.
Do we think that actually means anything? Usually when that happens, it doesn't mean anything. But
is he wide receiver?
Exactly.
If so, yes.
He's Kyler Murray, actually.
Bounce back for Kyler Murray this year. Shout out the BBA.
I don't get why a player would do that, but I don't think it means anything.
Do you think he's gonna get moved or no?
Well, doesn't he have a no trade clause?
That I don't know. I'm
not sure about that, but he was actually pretty bad to start the year, but he's been solid since then, and obviously,
and he's another guy.
He's like a really elite bat.
Yeah,
really elite. Yeah, and it's interesting too. I didn't think I wasn't going to be high on this D-backs team this year, but they're in the hunt. So they might want to hang on and see if they can do something. They need pitching desperately, though.
Are they really in the hunt?
They are in the hunt. They're 55 and 52.
I think the entire NL outside of like 3 teams is in the hunt for the wild card.
They're actually tied for the 3rd wild card spot with the Pirates right now.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, right?
The Diamondbacks stink. How is that possible?
They're not a good team.
I honestly think that we have to focus on AL teams selling, because who in their right mind would sell in the NL when everyone is still in it, except for the Giants and the Mets? Sorry, Carl.
Are the Twins going to sell?
Yeah, they are, but they shouldn't.
You don't think?
They're such a shock. This is a shocking team this year. I thought they were going to be horrible. I thought they were going to be 15 games under right now. I mean, Buxton's having a career year, but I thought they were horrific.
I thought that they were bad too. But the reason I ask is because they have Joe Ryan, who would fetch an absolute boatload on this market.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, we talked about him last episode. He's in the running for a Cy Young, having a great year. But you're right. I mean, and the other thing is like the AL stinks. So it's like you catch one team on a bad series, and you're making a run all of a sudden in the AL.
I think though, if I were the Cubs, that's the guy I would unload for.
Joe
Ryan. Yeah, I think they're missing that top tier front end starter. That would be the guy that I would unload for.
The Cubs are just so injured. I mean, talk about a team. They're actually going to be a team like Cashman should go and be their GM, because they're actually going to acquire some guys at the deadline via just like getting people back from injury. Like Ben Brown had like a 1.7 when he had that neck issue pop up.
Yep.
I think he'll probably be back. I mean, Edward Cabrera's been bad, but we know he's a good pitcher. I think he's coming back maybe this week.
Daniel Palencia.
Closer. Nasty closer. You'll get him back. And they're 14 games over, and they have the first wild card slot right now, and they could get really, really dangerous once they get guys healthy. And then if they make a move like for somebody like a Joe Ryan, that team is going to be really nice.
And that is one where if they get their starters back and add Joe Ryan, that becomes a nightmare in a 7-game series,
100%.
As opposed to just all of a sudden them kind of floating by.
Edward needs to find it, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, and I brought up last week that if Shohei's not pitching, PCA has a legitimate shot at the MVP, and then I guess he just decided that since then he wants to make me look great, and he's just getting 4 hits every day, and he's now up to a 7 WAR, which is insane for July.
He's mashing.
Yeah.
What is Ohtani's WAR?
I think like 17 million. I don't know. I think it's like 6 and change.
I don't know how it's not more.
5-6.
He's done on the other side of the ball.
What is it, Boots?
5-6.
5-6, and PCA's is
7.
Is that 5-6 offense and pitching?
Yeah, because he's DHing on the offensive side, and PCA's a Gold Glove center fielder.
He's the best He's the best outfielder in baseball.
So we kind of glossed over that and didn't give that much love last episode. But if Shohei doesn't pitch again this year, is PCA just is he the runaway MVP?
So no, because Shohei still did throw 100 innings, win 8 games, and is going to hit 35 homers. Like, that's absurd.
With a 400 on base percentage.
But you know these writers, and you know how they love all their like WAR and their advanced stats and stuff like that. And also we've seen this in other leagues before, like the MVP fatigue. You don't think that we could possibly see that this year?
No, because like you said, I do think Shohei comes back and pitches, and let's say he makes 2 more starts, 3 more starts, and he ends up with 35 homers, a 1.9, and wins 10 games.
Yeah.
How do you not?
You can't compete with it. No matter, PCA would have to hit 80 home runs and steal 100 bags.
Well, we're on our way.
Yeah, watch PCA win the MVP.
I mean, Boots,
book the ticket now.
That would be a great call by you, because you were on that in our first episode. Anybody else we want to talk about in terms of trades?
I'm all good on my end. I'm pretty excited to have this next week, right post trade deadline, and just run through. I'm hoping that's fireworks.
Yeah, that's the plan, is to kind of get out an episode next week right after the deadline, so we can go over everything that happened. And like Boot said, hopefully we have some big names on the move, and we can look back at this episode and say how horribly incorrect we were about everything that we said.
It's usually how it goes.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you listened last week, you know this segment. If you're new, we have a thing that we do here called Farm Animals of the Week. So basically the idea is we look at the farm systems of the different teams, and we try to look at the last week or so, and we pick out just an absolute animal on one of these farm teams, talk about them a little bit, give them a little shine, give them a little love. And honestly, we were talking about this last week a little bit too. Go put these names into eBay with a little Bowman first Chrome Auto and see if you can find some deals on some of these guys, because I don't know. I think we're pretty sharp on like looking at different guys and knowing people when it comes to the farm systems. So we're going to try to make this a weekly segment and keep track of our guys and kind of see how we do as time goes on and as guys get called up. So Boots, I'll kick it over to you. Who's your farm animal this week?
I'm going a little bit opposite of what I did last week. I went Royals first rounder Josh Hammond, big prospect, shortstop. I'm going in a different direction this week. I'm going Daniel Bucciero, 30th prospect for the A's. How did I find him? His twin brother Matt got drafted out of Fairfield. Shout out. This year by the White Sox in the 10th round. Saw his twin brother was playing in the minors, looked it up. He's third baseman out of Fordham, another mid-major. In July, for their high A team, he's hitting 350 with a 488 OBP. Pretty solid if you ask me. He has more walks and strikeouts. Pretty awesome. And figured I'm down to give the mid-major guys a shout out who aren't necessarily top prospects, but 30th prospect climbing up the rankings. Pretty fun farm animal.
Yeah, that's sick. And I mean, you could tell the people too why you gave the Fairfield shout out. Ball knower, ball player.
Played there loosely. Didn't play a ton, but was on there.
Counts.
Yeah, still counts. But yeah, was monitoring his brother, saw he got drafted, saw that, and I was like, all right, that's a good farm animal for me.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm going to go with Arjun Namala. He's a 20-year-old shortstop in the Blue Jays system. He is their second overall prospect, 2023 first rounder. Dude is a beast. He's in Double-A right now. He went deep oppo the other day. Now, I've seen some conflicting things about this. One says it was 432 feet. One says it was 436 feet. For the fun of this segment, I'm going to pretend it was 436 feet, because there's only 3 guys who have gone oppo 435 plus feet this year, not at Coors or at that dinky little Sacramento stadium. And it's Junior Caminero, James Wood, and our boy the magician is Merlin Valdez. So if you want to throw somebody else on there, it's Arjun Namala, this double-A shortstop for the
that's a good list.
For the Blue Jays. So just a fun guy. Third home run. He's got 4 home runs. I think he was activated from the IL July 7th or July 8th. He's got 4 home runs since then. I mean, the power's improving, because I don't think when he was originally drafted, he was supposed to be a big power guy, but I think the power is like a 60 now or something like that, a 60 grade on the power.
Wow.
He's 6 feet tall. He's got like a pretty good frame. Obviously gonna like grow into it. He's only 20. So he's kind of a cool, fun prospect that maybe we see in at least AAA next year. I mean, I think he's like rising through the ranks quickly. I want to say this is his like 4th level this year. I don't know if that's right. I can effort that, but I'm almost positive it was like 4 different things, and now he's in Double-A. So, yeah, Arjun Namala, beast.
Nice. I like it. He was a first round pick, right? Or did you say?
Yeah, 2023 first rounder, 20th overall.
I love like these guys. Usually the power comes a little later too, right? As like, especially at 20, you put more weight on the frame. It's cool to see someone have the pop to go backside that far. That's rare, especially at that age. That's so rare. That's pure power. And obviously, if you could go that deep, he has a good swing path too, right, to go the other way with that kind of pop. So
anytime you're on a list with the magician, you're doing something right.
100%.
Hey, I think he has as many home runs as Vlad this year, right? And that's since being reactivated.
Probably more.
Chill.
More.
Oh, sorry.
Getting outslugged by Chandler Simpson.
Oh,
my other king.
I hate that. My farm animal, I went, lefty pop last week, International League player. This week I'm going to go another International League player for the Cardinals, left-handed pitcher Quinn Matthews. I really like this kid's stuff. He's a 6'5" lefty. He's still pretty thin. Like, he could definitely put a little bit more weight on. Number 7 prospect, Stanford guy, 2023 4th rounder. He's at AAA Memphis. Season high 10 Ks 3 days ago. And he is knocking on a call-up. He leads the International League in strikeouts with 110. And when you watch him, he sits like 95. He runs it up to 98 from the left side. Really nasty slider, good curveball, solid changeup. But the thing I really like about him is his delivery is smooth. He kind of looks like a Barry Zito type of delivery. Over the head. I know Boots loves this. Over the head, slow delivery to the plate.
Not gonna be able to stand up after this segment.
Can you get a little closer to the mic and just whisper that and just say it real slow? Who he reminds you of?
This is insane.
But both, interestingly enough, both Stanford lefties. I really am excited to see. I think he could be a massive improvement on that Cardinals starting rotation, because the Cardinals starting rotation isn't great. So I really do think that they are in the hunt. I think they got to give this kid a chance.
Yeah, I've seen his name be tossed out as a potential call-up for like a few weeks now.
Yeah,
we're also
6'5" lefty throwing 98. Ooh wee, man.
Yeah, how can you not? I think aren't we close to, what's the cutoff where they retain rookie status for next year? I think it's like August 15th, I want to say. Does that sound right?
I don't know.
Because I think you're going to see a lot of these guys that we're talking about. Well, the ones that are close, like a Quinn Matthews, or like a guy, same farm system, like a guy like Josh Baez. Like, I think you're probably going to see these guys come in hot and heavy once the trade deadline passes and once that that date passes where they can retain rookie status for the next year.
Yeah, August 15th looks right, because it's 45 days on an active Major League roster.
Yeah, so I think once that day passes, you're going to see a lot of these guys. Like, teams are just they're going to make their moves at the deadline. They're going to try and stick it out for a couple more weeks, and then you're going to see some of these guys coming up. All right, so those are our farm animals for this week. We'll add them to the ones from the week prior. Carl, you want to give us a few minutes on Yordan?
Oh, I would love to. I love this man's swing. This big old donkey.
Yeah, what'd you call him? Barry Bond? The closest thing we've seen since Barry Bonds last week?
Yeah. Oh, my God. From the left side, just watching his at-bats, it's methodical. He's hitting 328, 34 jacks, 77 RBIs, leads the league in homers and RBI, leads the entire MLB. It's interesting because he could potentially do something we haven't seen since Mantle, which is not just win a league Triple Crown. It could be he could lead all of the MLB in a Triple Crown, which hasn't been done since Mantle in 1956. But we'll see. Otto Lopez's 332 average, he's right there. A big guy like that, it's always hard to hit for average for that long, especially when you're doing damage, but we'll see. And I personally think the only way the Astros hang around in this thing is if he continues to swing it the way he is at what might be a historic pace.
Yeah, 100%. We talked about that last week too. When we were going over the AL West and how stinky it is, we were like, if the Astros are going to somehow come out of the AL West, it's going to be continually just be on the back of Yordan. If he slows down even an inch, I think they're dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, super dead.
Boots, you got something for us?
Yeah, I know. Last week I gave you guys a game of essentially, is this a Hall of Famer or is it just Richie Sexson? And it was fun to cherry pick stats of
everyone's favorite game.
Yeah, everyone's favorite game. It's a household game. Get it now. Available at all stores. But I decided this week we'll play the generational wealth game, and I just chose 3 guys from that we watched growing up that in my brain were the same more or less, and that was Jeff Suppan, 17 years in the league, career 4.7 ERA. Carl Pavano, 14 years in the league, 4.4 ERA. Brad Radke, 12 years in the league, 4.2 ERA. Here's the thing to me. Like in my brain growing up, those guys were all, more or less the same. Suppan had a longer career. Pavano got hurt a bunch, but Suppan, 17 WAR in his career. Pavano, 16 WAR in his career. Brad Radke, 45 WAR.
Whoa.
Would you have guessed that at all?
No.
I thought he was just around to get smoked by the Yankees in the playoffs. I thought that was
Well, he was also around for that, but he was throwing in some WAR as well.
Yeah. All right. Career earnings. They're all in the same ballpark. What do you think?
They're all in the same ballpark.
Same ballpark.
Ish.
Ish.
All right, Carl, let's put our heads together.
Carl Pavano got a fat contract.
Correct.
And didn't he break his hand punching the wall? So when
Was
he was
that
with the
Carl
Yankees,
Pavano or Kevin Brown?
I thought that was Carl Pavano, but I could be
Honestly,
I
could
thought
be
Kevin
both.
Brown broke his hand punching the wall.
wrong. Okay, it could have been, but it wasn't Carl Pavano. He came over and he got injured immediately and ended up being like dead money for the Yankees.
Yes, I think that
Yeah.
happened. I want to say, wow, I honestly don't really know, so I'm probably going to make a fool of myself, but I feel like he got close to $50 million from the Yankees, just from the Yankees.
That's what I'm talking. So I'm thinking he's probably, because they also didn't get paid as much as they do now, obviously. Yeah, I would say I think like 70 sounds right to me. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Dude.
think you're crazy.
I don't think you're crazy because Suppan 59, Pavano 72 million, which is crazy.
Wow, almost nailed it.
And Radke 62 million.
Wow.
So we were right there. I'm proud of us because
Yeah.
we could have been really way off on that, and we were generally right, and we almost nailed Carl Pavano on the fucking head. That was a good job.
Yeah.
Also, it was Kevin Brown who broke his hand.
That's what I thought.
Notable
That is
career
what I
injuries
thought.
for Carl Pavano is a bruised buttocks, which is a hilarious thing to say in 2006.
Him and
spring
Kaz
training.
Matsui were having their injuries
Fissure
together.
season.
Yeah, fissure season.
He had shoulder tendonitis, and then he had Tommy John. So that really screwed up his time with the Yankees.
Yeah.
No, that was a good signing. We can put that one alongside Kiyagawa.
Ooh, I was going to say Keigawa.
Wow.
All right. Shall we move on? Let's do a stat pad to end this thing. What do you got?
I got one fun fact that
Go.
I think is worth talking about.
Go ahead.
So I want to see if either of you know the answer to this. The saves leader for the Angels this season, the highest saves leader is the same. He were tied with the Rockies save leader this year. He's actually the same person. Right, so he's
Wait. Hang on.
I screwed that up. Back up. Let's fix that. Let's fix that.
Back up. No. I actually don't know if you screwed that up. That sounded crazy to me, so I want you to just repeat what you said, and if you fucked it up, you can give it a retry. But if you are right, that's the craziest thing ever. Go ahead.
Okay. So the saves leader for the Angels this season is also the same person who is tied for the saves lead for the Rockies.
Okay, you didn't fuck that up. That's the craziest thing that I've ever heard in my life.
So
How is that even?
I don't even know. I don't even know how it's possible. But this same player has 4 saves on both teams, which I don't know how that's possible.
Okay,
For the
that's
lead.
not a lot.
It's Jordan Romano.
That's the worst part of the stat. Is the saves leader for the Angels is 4?
So Jordan Romano has 4 saves for both teams, and he's essentially the leader on both teams.
Yes. The leader or tied for the lead.
That is
Elite. I don't know if that's ever happened before in baseball.
It definitely hasn't been with 4.
This long of a season, this far into the season with like 100 games on the table, I don't think this has ever happened.
No.
Yeah, but
What team is he on right now?
the Angels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Pretty interesting stuff.
I actually hate that stat, if I'm being totally honest. He's tied on the
love
Rockies with Victor Vodnik, which is a big hoomst from me.
You don't know Victor Vodnik?
He's the only guy worth of shit in that bullpen.
Well, he was the only guy worth a shit in that bullpen. But are we still talking about Jordan Romano, or are we talking about Victor Vodnik?
Oh God.
That's amazing. All right, let's go on. StatPad Game. We did this last week. If you're not familiar, StatPad Game, just go type it in. You can play with us while you listen, but it's you essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5, one category, 5 things you have to guess essentially based on those categories. So we'll walk through it as we do it. So today's StatPad, the category is hits, and the year is 2012. This is the first one of 5, and we're looking for a player from the AL East. So the idea is you want to try to find somebody who had essentially the most hits in the AL East in 2012, and then that will give you your score for that category. You do all 5, you get a total score. So we're looking for AL East 2012. Who would be the hits leader from that division?
Cano?
It's a Yankee. It's got to be a Yankee, right?
Cano?
Because that's prime Cano time.
Yeah, and he's hitting like 330, 340 then.
And every year on the Yankees, he was good. Like he didn't have any down years.
Pedroia, that's too late for Pedroia, right?
I think we have to throw away. Can we throw away the Rays and the Orioles in this?
I think we kind
so.
of have to, just to like hone ourselves in a little.
Yeah.
Do we like?
And
Cano?
then Longoria would be the only one.
Longoria?
2012 Longoria. Yeah,
I would go Cano.
I think he walked. The problem with the power hitters is they walk a lot. Typically.
Let's take
I would
Cano.
go Cano.
Good.
Yeah.
99th percentile, 196 hits.
Wow.
196. Nice.
Guess who was first?
I have no idea.
We didn't guess it.
Derek Jeter.
Oh yeah, that's embarrassing for us.
So it went Jeter number 1 at 216, Cano number 2 at 196, Adam Jones at number 3, 186. Dustin Pedroia was in there, number 4 at 163, and JJ Hardy number 5 at 158.
Wow, so definitely can't throw out the Orioles.
Okay, let's move on. The next one still hits 2010 to 2026. We're looking at the Dodgers, and it has to be a third baseman.
2010 to 2026.
There's 2 Dodgers third basemen, but
Eric
I just
Gagne?
Gagne was a.
I mean, not Eric Gagne. The third baseman that was on the Athletics. Why am I blanking on his name? Eric Chavez. Wasn't he a Dodger?
I don't think.
Was he a Dodger?
Definitely not who I was thinking of. I was thinking it has to be Max Muncy or Justin Turner.
No, Max Muncy doesn't get enough hits.
I think it's Justin Turner, but we got to pick the right year. Was he good? Was he good the year that they lost to Boston in 2018?
I mean, see, this is like they were good. They were good. He played. I would use that year because I'm not sure to get the year.
Hold on, let's see who else.
I would go Turner 2018.
Carl,
Bill Turner.
Good.
Or
do you want to do Eric? Or do you want to do 2011 Eric Chavez?
Or 2001 Eric Gagne?
Oh my God, that was a brain fart. I would go Turner. Turner was hitting for a high average back then.
And it was 2018, right? The World Series.
Yeah, let's do 2018.
All right, Justin Turner 2018, terrible.
Really?
82nd percentile, only 114 hits.
I mean, he has to be the answer. It's probably just not 2018.
Yeah, Justin Turner is all 5 answers.
Oh, okay. So
we did not a good job there because 2016, 2017, 2019, 2021, 2022, and we picked 2018. But I mean, to be fair, the number 1 answer, Turner in 2016, was only 153 hits, which is only a difference of 39. So it's not the end of the world. At least we got the right player. All right.
Yeah, we're around it.
Moving on. Next one. We are looking at the AL West. So Dodgers, Padres, D-backs,
NL West,
Giants.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, NL West. Dodgers, Padres, D-backs, Giants, Rockies. And the year is 2010, and it can be any position.
My mind immediately goes Buster Posey, right? Is that did yours? I say we just let it rock if we both said Buster Posey at the same time.
Well, no, let's think on it. We got plenty of time.
Matt Holliday could be an option.
Matt Kemp probably didn't. I feel like he wasn't hitting for high enough of an average. Let's see who else was great Any Giants that we liked?
What
other
year,
Giants?
Rosie?
Do we remember what year Posey got his leg amputated, just so we avoid that trap?
I
want to say it was college for us.
No.
Oh, you're saying for us? Yeah.
Yeah, for us it was college.
So then
I
2010
want to say it was.
would be fine.
Well, hold on. He was not. So they didn't win without him, right? The World Series. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they won without him.
Yeah, he's
And that's so. It's got to be the year. What years did they win? 9, 10, 11? No. Yankees won 9. Would they win 10, 11, 12? So they won like 3 out of 4
14.
years, right?
They won even years, right?
Yeah, 10, 12, 14.
Yeah.
10, 12, 14. So maybe it was. Did he get hurt 15?
I think let's just do Posey.
Yeah, I'm down. I don't really want to let these. I'm down to kind of quick hitter them.
That was bad. 87th percentile, 124 hits. First one was Carlos Gonzalez in 2010, had 197 hits. This is all 2010. Adrian Gonzalez for the Padres had 176. Kelly Johnson for the Diamondbacks had 166. Aubrey Huff for the Giants had 165. And Chase Headley for the Padres had 161.
Chase Headley.
All right, let's bounce back here. We have the Reds 2010 to 2026, position third base.
The only two I could think of
Who can you think
are my boy Eugenio Suarez and Todd Frazier.
He doesn't get enough hits.
Oh,
I don't think either of them hit for high enough of an average.
Name me another good Reds third baseman.
Was Scott Rowland a Red at one point? I think he was. Am I crazy?
But what years is this?
Yeah, 2010 to 2026.
No.
Yeah, he might have been gone by then.
I feel like there's an obvious guy here that we're not thinking of.
I think it has to be Eugenio or Todd Frazier. Or Carl likes all the Jack guys on Cincinnati now. So who are they? And do they play third?
Love them.
Sal Stewart.
Sal Stew?
Not a full season. Who do you
wait?
I like Frazier, I guess, but what year would we want to do? Because
is it 2010 to 2026?
Yeah.
Frazier was the earlier end of that, right?
I feel like Scott Rowland was still mashing then.
But he was another one when we were in college. Todd Frazier was on them. So
yeah, you're right.
I think Scott Rowland's too old. I think he's not in this.
I thought Todd Frazier on the Yanks in 2013?
He came up with the Reds though, I think.
I thought.
Yeah, no, he did because he was. I met him at AAA Louisville when the summer before I went to.
No, we know he was on the Reds. We're just trying to figure out the year.
20.
Or do we just want to go with Suarez?
Fuck it, hit the Suarez button.
So our options. It starts in 2014. This is going to be a total shot in the dark.
Yeah.
2024.
2020. I would go 2020. I would go 2019 Suarez.
Okay. Boots. Nice. 94th percentile. He was number 4 on the list.
All right.
So
he's on the list. We hit the board.
I was wrong about Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier was number 1 and number 2, 2014, 2015. 163 hits, 158 hits. Then we had Spencer Steer in 2023 with 158 hits. Then we hit Eugenio 2019 with 156 hits. And then Eugenio in 2018 was number 5 with 149 hits. So not terrible. We were only 7 off of the first answer, which is.
And we did get a
solid.
Carl jacked fella in there, right?
Yes,
Spencer Steer kind of hits your red, your jacked red.
And in 2010 Scott Rowland, I just looked it up, 134 hits. So yeah, he's not making the cut.
Good thought though. All right, last one here. We have the NL East, so Phillies, Braves, Mets, Nats, and Marlins, 2024, no position.
2024.
That is the year
Lindor
got hurt, right?
Acuna.
But that was the year he got hurt.
Who?
That was the year Acuna got hurt. So it's not Acuna.
Correct, because 2023 was the monster year.
Yeah. So then I think it has to be Lindor. I can't imagine who else it could possibly be because Lindor's played 150 games every year.
He was
2024 was the Mets' magical postseason run, and he was great that year, right?
He had like I think he had like a 10 WAR or something insane.
I would go Lindor.
All right, let's go Lindor.
I think like by WAR he was
Bang.
the 10th best player. Nice.
Was he first?
99th percentile. He was second. First was Marcell Ozuna for the Braves with 183.
Ozuna for the Braves?
Lindor, number 2 with 169. Harper, 157. Alec Boehm, 155. And there goes a long drive deep to left field. Nick Castellanos, 154.
Shout out Tom Brenneman. Come on. The
So we finished with a total score of 759 points. Not bad. We'll try to do better next time.
Yeah. I'll take it.
That was a fun one. That was
kind of hard, if I'm being honest.
Yes, that was kind of hard, but I feel like we did a decent job there. All right, so next week we will have some quick live reaction to the trade deadline stuff. Another episode coming your way. Again, we appreciate everybody listening to 1. We hope that you enjoy episode 2. Remember to give us a like, a follow, subscribe. Look out for the socials. Again, those are at SWNP Show on all the platforms. Search So What Next Pitch for Spotify and YouTube where you can see the show. And good stuff today, boys. Back at it again next week.
Later.
See you later.